Hello and welcome back. Next on the agenda is this light here. This light is about maybe an inch long, 25mm, and as you can see it's got a bulb in it. So I'm going to try and lift this out and we're going to replace it with an LED. I think on this one the best method of attack is going to be to just get up behind it and just try and, oh, there's a bit of glue gun gloop there, try and just flip that out. And what I want to do is free up the lamp. Okay, you can see we have two wires here. One's connected to ground and one feeds through there. So I think, in line with the way I've done the other ones, I'm going to take the base off and I'm just going to try feeding a new cable through, lock, stock and barrel, and bring the cable up here. Either that, or maybe I should just cut these off. You know what, let's try that first, and then we're not messing too deeply. Let's cut that one off. This one. Put the heat on it. The tidiest solder end. I'll give it that. Find an LED. Okay. Well, I love them on the floor. Oh, there goes the tripod. Even the slightest breeze moves this camera. So I'm hoping I can use one of these LEDs in here. It's huge. Humongous. How can I go, is this? There's some smaller ones. But I need to keep those. Right, let's have a look at options. Right, so we can get this pad off the bottom of here and gain entry to the goodiness. Yeah, it moves quite freely, so okay. I'm going to cut that off there. Pull this out of here. Just pulling this out of here. I'm just going to go off camera and pull this out. Hold of the end of the cable, and I managed to pull it out. Now what I want to do now is feed this one back down into the hole that came out of, so it comes through at the other end. Again, this could be a little bit of a chore. I might try feeding through from this end because I've got some on a roll. So I'm going to give that a try. Back with you in a moment. So I've had to make the decision to go with the tiny LEDs that I've got, which I think a 1 mil, 1.5 mil, something like that. So the first thing I'm going to do is come in next to this, and I'm going to actually cut these legs off right up as close as physically possible. Next thing I'm going to do is put a bit of solder on them. And I've got here, I've thread the cable back through here, and I'm going to get the end of this cable here and we're going to solder it onto there. So I'm trying to separate them. There we go, I managed to get a cut. Okay, now I'm going to strip these cables by using my fingernail, like that. I've left a bit of insulation on them, and I'm going to twist that bit of insulation to twist the wires, and then I'm going to put a bit of tinning on them. Okay, here we go then, let's solder these on. There's one, and there's always somebody who decides to send a message while you're doing this. Nope. It's actually moved itself down. It is as difficult as it looks to solder onto. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a bit of heat shrink. Okay, we've got 2 joints on there. What I'm going to do next is I'm going to put a bit of hot melt on, but before doing that we're going to test it. So I'm just going to plug the hot melt gun in. I'll pull some wire off. Drop that. Okay, so it works. Now what I've done with my glue gun is I haven't let it get very hot. Now I just want to get a little bead of glue out of it. Okay, it's not even hot enough to do that yet. Hang on. That's what we want. See, it's sticky. And I'm just going to try and roll that in. That was too cold. Let's try again. Okay. A little bit of hot melt around there. I'll put that will provide insulation. I'm going to pull the cable back in, and hopefully we can convince this to go in here like this with a little bit of hot melt behind it. Hold it in place. I'm going to test that again. I'd like that a bit more that way if I can. Come on. To be more central. There we go. Okay, we'll do a test on that. Okay, and finally, I'll do like the manufacturers did. And I'll just put a tiniest little bit of hot melt in there. And there we go. Now when we look at that from this position of usage, it's bang on. There's the LED. This is just holding it in place. We'll give this a little trim and that's it, job done. Right, the next one is this little fan light. It's cool. So what we've got here is a core that runs up the middle, which gives the centre bead connection for the light. So the plan is this. These little lamps are absolute nightmare to get them to come apart. So my plan is to put one of these tiny little LEDs down the centre of the shaft, held in with a little bit of hot melt, connected straight onto the wiring. So first thing I'm going to do is cut the wiring off. Pull this out of here. It's out of here, look. Now, having done a couple of these so far, I know the easiest way to solve this is to get a drill and just drill this cable out. Okay, let's go at it from the top. See, it's starting to chew that up. So I'm going to come back in from the back and I'm going to try and get down here with the end of my drill bit. Literally, I want to drill this cable out. A lot of gluey stuff in here. Pull it all out. So this is what we've got to get. I'm just trying to gouge it out from this end as well to see if I can get any of it to move. Having some levels of success. Oh. Yeah, right, I managed to push it down a bit. Aha, there we go, look. I got through from that end, so now I can drill down there and push out everything, and we end up with the centre of that clear. You see the hole down there? That hole will now allow us to get some new cable. Which I'm going to get. I'm going to run like that, bending it to get it to go straight. And that will feed through that hole. Now we're going to repeat with one of these LEDs. I'm going to solder that on. I'm not going to show you the soldering time routine because I've done it a couple of times so far. So I'm going to solder this onto the end of there with the cables as short as physically possible, and then we're going to push it back down inside. In fact, what I might do with this one, I'm just having a poke around to see if potentially I could leave one cable longer than the other and step them. I think I'm going to step the cables very slightly. I will show you that after I've done it. I'll be back in a minute. Okay, before I solder this, you can see that I've left this one just a little bit longer than this one. I'm hoping that I can use that to centre it when I put it back inside. Okay, so what I've done, I put the tiniest little bit of hot melt around that to insulate it, and let's try pulling it back inside the light now. Okay, so let's pull this lamp back into here. We're going to just feed that into there and sit it there. I'm not going to go any further with hot melt glue as it's going to be glued in with UV glue, I believe. But there we go. Gives a reasonable amount of light out and should look quite nice. And it's just running off a button cell. Well, thank you for watching this. I hope you enjoyed. And there's more miniature stuff on the Gothic Unicorns channel. It will be linked in this video.